Mirror, mirror. Every day I'm learning the person that I'm becoming. But it is up to me to tell others about my story. Let's talk about it. Hello, Subby Buddies. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We made it. It's another week. It is now officially the third week. Well, we're going into the third week of March. March just got here. Today is a very, very emotional day for me, but I'm going to push through. So, happy birthday to my mother, Doris, who is in heaven. But I am going to push through. Now, I'm going to let you guys know in advance so nobody's in the inbox asking where I'm at. Next week, I will not be filming. Well, I will not be here, but I will be on set of my actual film because we'll be filming next weekend. I'm excited. Oh my God. Okay, but enough about me. Hi, y'all. Welcome to Beyond Your Reflection. For those of you that don't know, I am chosen. And this is a channel created by me, but designed for you. So welcome. Pull up a chair, grab your drink and snacks of choice, and welcome to the celebration. So today's topic, your story, the person that you are becoming. Do you know what to tell people? Now, I gave you the guide last week. Here's your source. You are located in here, in the dictionary. So now your job, in your own words, who are you? The best way for anybody to know who you are is to ask. Come to the source. And we always tell people that if you want to know anything about me, just ask. Now, it depends on what you ask, what the answers is going to be. But I said all that to say, ladies and gentlemen, my favorite subby buddies, you guys can create your own story. Now, God is the author, the creator, and the finisher of our faith. But we are daily writing our story. Every day of life is a new chapter. The old you was one of the oldest books out here. But the new you, because you're revolving and evolving every single day that you're on this journey. So today's topic, our very new best friend, is simple. $1 and nothing but time. Your notebook. If you don't have one, go get one. The dollar store has plenty. It's only $1 and a dream. So what I want you to do now, start telling yourself who you are first before you can start to tell others. So I'm going to challenge you. They call it scripting. I'm going to call it storytelling. Who are you? Write it down. Even on the days that you don't feel like it, write it down. Remember how I always say, just because you can't see a way doesn't mean that there isn't one. Write it down. On today, I can start with myself. I wrote down, on today, I'm going to push through on my mother's birthday. The cool thing about it is we have rehearsal this afternoon with my film cast, so that's kind of a distraction to kind of keep my mind occupied so I don't sit here and dwell on her not being here again for another birthday, which is cool. It was hard the first couple of years. I'm not gonna lie. Thank God I still have my superhero, which is my father. But there's nothing like the love of a mother. Like, it's unmatched. So to no longer have those conversations, to no longer even have her to see what her baby girl is doing, it hurts. It's very emotional. So to get past it, I wrote about it. See, a lot of people don't feel comfortable talking about what they're going through, or maybe you don't have a safe person to go to. Some people are still opposed to therapy. I encourage it, but some people are opposed to it, and some people do not know how to express their feelings. So, here's your new best friend. Tell everything. Write it down, and you'll be surprised once you write it and you go back and look at it, and you're like, oh, that was me. And when you look at where you are now, or the person that you're growing to be, when you go back and you revisit those pages, you'll be surprised at what you're saying about your story, who you are. Now, I'm not saying that you got to go ahead and get it published and put it on somebody's shelf. But, hey, if you're feeling froggy, jump. Take that leap of faith. Go on out there and show the world who you are. But you never would have thought that you can write a book. Me? Child, nobody got time for that. That is not on my things to do list. But that's exactly what you're doing. You're writing your story. You're telling yourself before others what it is that you're going through. This is what I want you to do. Even on your bad days. Today you could just literally write day 1 or day 13 was a good day. Cooked dinner, got all the chores done, and was able to sit down and catch up on one of my favorite episodes. Boom. The day is done. It's not wasted. Day 14, let it be a challenge. You know my truth or dare moments. Truth moment. The truth is, I should have done XYZ, but I didn't. But I'm going to dare myself on tomorrow to accomplish that goal and that dream. Simple. Now, in the real world, they also call it scripting. But scripting, let me break that down for you. Scripting is you literally writing down what you expect to happen and have in your life. That's not what we're doing today. We're going to do that one day, but that's not what we're doing today. Today's episode is literally a conversation about yourself. Remember, my very first episode was the introduction to self. Who are you? So every day, I want you to literally take that little book and write it down, whether a good or a bad day. But more so on the bad days. Peel back that layer. I want you to focus on those bad days and write down how you overcame it. Even if that day ended, it probably started like horrible, but ended great. Put it in there. Or vice versa. It started great. It started bad, but it ended on a good note. Like, whichever way the wind blows. Or if the entire day does not go as planned, write it down. Write your way through it. What you could have done different. What should you have done different? Not only do I want you to have that conversation when you look at yourself in the mirror, but now I challenge you, write about it. Be that best-selling author. And again, I say, even if you don't share it with nobody else, you can share it with yourself. And then when you go back and you look at the decisions or the things that happened on that day, then you can honestly go back and say, you know what? Well, next week, I'm going to do different. I'm going to do this different. Instead of getting ready to pop off the next week, you know what? I'm going to fall back. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to move. I'll do whatever. But remember, do what's best for you at all times. But the reason why I want you to write about it is because there are people out there that do not feel comfortable talking about it. But what I don't want you to do is make that mistake and hold it in. Get that ish out. Be that baby, change that diaper, honey, because it's starting to smell. It's leaking through. You got to get it off of you. Stress is one of the #1 killers in the world. Do not let that be you. So if you cannot talk about it, write about it. And I promise you, yes, and we don't use those words like that because promises can't be broken, but I promise you, it's the best form of therapy. If you do not want to go to the human therapist, write it. You will feel so much better because you'll finally get that out. One day will probably take about 10 pages. Oh my God, this and has happened. And oh my God, I can't. It be like that sometimes. Every day is not a day of roses. Sometimes you got to go through the thorns. But still, roses still grow with the thorns attached. Still the most beautiful flower out there. One. That can be you. So if you can't speak about it, write about it. Be that author. Who are you? You are a storyteller. And you know, it's funny because like when something positive happens or you have a good day, you're so ready to call and tell about it. Oh my God, let me tell you what happened today, girl. Let me tell you what happened today, blah, blah, blah. But then imagine if you told somebody and you wrote it down. That can be your saving grace. Because when you go back and you see that good day that you had, or how that day was just absolutely everything, and what you did to make it absolutely everything, that can be that one day, that one thing you wrote down, that one storyline can be the thing that pushes you through. Yesterday I went to a play called The Gift. Shout out to Miss Vicki L. Evans, who is also the creator of the African American Playwright group that I'm in. But there were so many underlying messages yesterday. The main one is about a homeless guy. And it's like, I may be homeless, but I'm not worthless, which is true. See, sweetheart, society already has a label for you. People out here in this world, even your own family members, have been designed to hate on you, to try to tear you down. That's what they're there for. Sorry, not sorry. The truth. Life lesson I had to learn the hard and long way. But you can change that narrative. You can write your own story. Not the ones that people are out here saying, oh yeah, you know such and such. Oh yeah, she does this, that, and the other, and the third, and whatever. That's not who I am. And if they don't believe you, like we care, you can always say, oh no, I wrote it. It's just like a diary. Yeah, that's what people call it, a diary. But not really. Because it's literally, you're journaling, you're telling your story. See, a diary is more of, oh my God, I can't believe XYZ, or Dear John, I love it, or whatever. Yeah, it's kind of along the same lines, but it's not really the same thing. What I'm trying to get you to do is literally write who you are. Now, I gave you the tool a couple of weeks ago. Who are you? Where are you located? In here. So if anybody asks you, you can say, oh, yeah, in the T's, there's a word called tremendous. I am there. In S, there's a word called sophisticated. I am there. That is me. But then I want you to take this book and write down what this book told you. If you believe that you are beautiful, which you should, because you are. But if you believe it, write it down. I am beautiful because, and then you write down all the things that make you beautiful. I am courageous because, and then you write down all the things that make you courageous. On today, I was able to, and then you write down all the things that you were able to do and how you overcame them. And then when anybody comes back to you and asks you, well, who are you? Oh, well, you got 2 different books to choose from. And you'll be surprised, first of all, how many notebooks you're going to end up encountering. That dollar's going to turn into a whole lot more, trust me, because it's going to become a habit. You're going to want to tell your story. And again, I say it's written because maybe you don't feel like speaking it or you don't feel comfortable enough speaking it. So you just write about it. And like I said, it's just like, I don't know about you guys, but one of my favorite things to do is to color. Yep. In the mid-40s, I still color. That was like my go-to thing when I was a little girl. It wasn't about Barbies or anything. No. I just wanted to create a beautiful picture. Whether it color outside the lines or stayed within, it didn't matter. It was my picture. It was my artwork. It was how I felt like that picture was supposed to be, what I felt like that picture was supposed to say at the end. It is the same thing when you write about it. Paint that picture through your words. Color outside the line if you're angry. That's fine. Nobody is going to judge you. They probably will. No, I lie. Because there are people out here that probably will, but you're not there for them. This is your story. This is for you and for you alone. Forget them. This journey ain't even about them. This is about you. Because remember, at the end of the day, when the finale show is over and the curtains are gone, it's just you and the creator. Ain't nobody else going to be around you but you. So you have to create this narrative. When you get up there and they start asking questions, then you can go back to your book. Well, technically, on this day, because there is a book of life that's located around here that we don't have access to. But still, the book of self has yet to be written because you haven't started. In a notebook, this one says 60 pages. That's enough. That can fill up just one day by itself. Depends on you and the day. But that's 60 days. That's 2 months. That you're able to push through of things that may have happened or occurred. But if there's something in your life or there's something about you that you have a hard time speaking or putting it into existence, this is what I want you to do. I really just want you to write it. Write about it. How do you really feel? And at times, like I said, nobody needs to know about it but you. But if you want to share it, that's fine. And even if you do get a therapist and you have a hard time talking, show them that. Hey, on this day, back on March the 13th, I had a hard time pushing through because it was my mother's birthday. But I got up, I baked a cake, and I sang to her picture, which I did. That helped me to push through. That's just my story. But I don't know about yours because you have yet to write it. And yes, we're in the 3rd month of this year, but it doesn't matter. The time to start is today. So I challenge you. Go to the dollar store. Go to your kid's room. Grab a notebook, a pen or a pencil, whatever makes you feel. And when you have that one moment in the day, whether good or bad, write about you and how you feel. So instead of calling it Dear John, we're going to call it Dear Chosen, or Dear Chelsea, Dear Ella, Dear whoever. That's what you're going to call it. I am so proud of you. On today, you were able to push through. On today, you got up and you did laundry and folded and put it away. Woo! Challenge accepted. That's enough by itself. It's enough to drain you, honey. But I am proud of you. Emily, Teresa, whomever your name is that's out there. Kevin, Trevor, Brittany, whomever watches this. I challenge you. If you can't talk about it, write about it, and then let me know how you feel about it. Because I can tell you myself, you'll actually feel better because you got it out of your system. But if you can actually talk about it and write about it, honey, and you never know. You never know. Once you go back and look at it, I've already told you before, and I'll tell you again, your words have power. So use them daily. And I promise you, yep, I promise you, you will be the best author of your story that has yet to be told. And every day is a new chapter. Something good happened, or even if something bad happens, you overcame something or you're still going through something, it's a new chapter. Keep writing until the story is over. All right? I'll see you guys the following week. I forgot I won't be here next week. So keep me in your prayers, you guys, because I'm filming part 2 of my film next weekend. Oh my God. That's enough by itself to write about. But I hope this episode meant something to you guys. If it did, you know what to do. Give me those thumbs up, you guys. Please make sure you comment, like, and become a Subbie buddy. I'm not really here for the YouTube thing, but I'm here for you to tune in to the best you that you can be. Until next time, you guys, I love everything about you, and so should you.